Do you have trouble identifying how you feel? That can be a codependent pattern, actually. There is a tool that we receive in Codependence Anonymous, and it's a tool of all of the codependent patterns along with the recovery patterns. And with that, there's 4 categories of patterns. There's the denial patterns, the low self-esteem patterns, the control patterns, and the compliance patterns. And so with the inability to really identify how you feel, that falls under denial patterns. And for me, before I got into recovery, I think I had 3 emotions. And that was mad, sad, and glad. And really not even sad that much. It was more mad and glad. And that was basically what was modeled in my family. It was bad to cry. That was the message that I got. So we didn't really cry, but we did get mad. And sometimes if I was disappointed, I would get mad. If I was embarrassed, I would get mad. Just the whole array of feelings that I would just turn into one thing, and that was being mad. And when I got into recovery, I found I believe it's called the emotion wheel. And there's a lot of different emotions. I was surprised. And so now in recovery, I try to identify when I'm getting mad about something. I realize, well, I'm disappointed, or that was embarrassing and that's why I'm mad, or that triggered something from my past. It wasn't really what the person did, but whatever happened triggered a feeling. Because what I came to learn is that feelings aren't facts, and you don't have to act on them. You need to validate them, you need to feel them, and you need to figure out where they're coming from, but you don't always need to act on those. And that was an important eye-opening thing to my recovery. One of the other things I wanted to talk about in denial patterns is the feeling of being totally unselfish when you're caretaking. Now, there are times that, you do need to caretake, maybe one of your mom or dad, they're sick or something, and you need to take care of them. That's not the type of caretaking I'm talking about. I'm talking about doing things for everybody and not allowing them to do it for themselves. And you have to think about, or I had to think about that. Why am I doing this? Is it because it's benefiting me? It's validating me. They think I'm great because I'm doing all these things for them. It's also giving them the message that, you're just not quite able to do that. So I just need to do that for you. So in a way, I have control over that person as well. And so those things are pretty unhealthy with caretaking. And with my kids, it was important. It's still very important to let them do what they are going to do without me taking care of them, but give them the opportunity to mess up, because it's when you mess up is how you learn. And that was something that I really didn't have. My mom she did a lot of caretaking, and that was really modeled for me, that whole self-sacrifice. Well, at some point I just became like I didn't have anything left. I had given and given and given, and then everyone expected it, because I had enabled the people around me that I was just going to take care of everything. And when I stopped doing that, there was a little bit of a problem with that. So the next one is masking humor, or masking my feelings with humor. And a family mantra of ours was laugh instead of cry. And so we didn't cry, we laughed. And I remember at my mom's funeral, I actually was laughing. I don't remember what I was laughing about, but I remember not crying, and I remember laughing, and then later just feeling a lot of shame because I did that. And not really understanding where that came from. I just had a lot of shame that, I was laughing at my own mother's funeral. Because about probably 2 years later, I was really hit with depression because I had stuffed those feelings, and that's when I really probably cried for the first time after my mom passed away. And so those things, these patterns, not only are they, not good for those around you, but they really hurt ourselves. And that's the main thing that I've learned, is some of the things that I did hurt me really more than anyone else, but hurt me a lot. And so that's why being in recovery is important. And so if you like my content, please like and subscribe to my channel.